Well. Long time no see, everyone. Well, except some of you, which I have been talking with basically daily. But otherwise, long time no see. Uh, I am back. I'm done with my exams for now. God damn it. I'm done with my exams for now, which means I probably have to do some retakes in like a month or so, but it's fine. Today was my last exam and it went well. Uh, Databases, it's actually kind of interesting. I just suck at SQL. Although I did get better. I prepared for it and I was pretty... I feel like I was ready. Um... So... uh... Yeah... Yeah... Oh dear. Anyways, Twitch announced a thing. They did a thing. And people are not happy about it. So streamers are now only allowed to have highlights, so the permanent VODs, stored up to 100 hours. Anything that exceeds that limit will be deleted on the 19th of April, I believe. I think... I understand why they're doing it. It sucks that they're doing it, but I understand why they're doing it. I think it's that simple. They need to make Twitch sustainable in the long term if they want to keep it. And I rather have them cut some features that are not as useful to most people in order to prevent them to have to cut, all of Twitch. I wish they would just... Yeah, again, I understand why they're doing it. It sucks. And there's definitely a lot of stuff that is lost that I feel like would warrant keeping that feature if we were talking with a benevolent company and not, a company. And as a matter of fact, as benevolent as Twitch might want to be, they also have to be sustainable. So I get that this is just the difference between cost and gains is just too large to justify keeping the feature. And also to justify investing more into the feature to make it better. So I get it. It sucks, but I get it. I have a plan for myself. If I upload 4 VODs every day, I should get it done in time, and I'm already ahead of schedule. The export feature is a bit broken, so I sometimes have to download them first and then upload them to YouTube, which... Exactly. It is what it is. Like, from a business perspective, I get it. I hate that I get it, but I get it. But anyway, I'm not going to... we are not going to dwell on that too much. All I'm going to say is I might, in between working on it, try to see if the export feature starts working for me again, because it didn't work the entire day. Which again, I can still download the VODs and upload them, so I am already done with today's batch of videos I need to upload. Yeah, I would lose a lot, but I also, again, I have a plan. I'm more worried for people like Dan or others who have a bunch of VODs saved this way. And obviously for speedrunning marathons, this sucks. Like, I get that there are people... Yeah, I'm glad he got the external drive now. It's gonna make things a lot easier, but it's still, it still sucks. It still sucks that this is a thing that has to happen. And if I had a choice in the matter, it wouldn't happen. But yeah, what we're going to do while I'm trying to figure out if VODs are working, I guess. We're going to talk. I think just having a nice catch-up stream now after I haven't done so much in so long. Uh, yeah, I should. I also said back then. I also said when Dan was doing his stream yesterday. I should have done a VOD channel ages ago. I just put it off because I thought it wasn't urgent. And well, that's where we are now. And again, 2 months for me is fine, but for a lot of other creators, it's probably a lot worse. And that's honestly the biggest thing. If we had more time, I would be a lot more fine with this change. But because we don't have a lot of time, I'm a bit upset. Also, sorry, I'm not showing anything yet. I'm just getting some references before we get started. But actually, what I'm going to do today, I can already go into that a bit. What we're going to do today is I'm going to work on some custom artwork for Magic cards. I've been doing that since the stream I did with the Leaf Gang, so with Hexen, Z, Fringe, and Box. Shoutouts to all of you, by the way. Z, give yourself a shoutout, and give Hexen a shoutout, and give Box a shoutout, and give Fringe a shoutout. Do it now. ADHD, go! But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm happy that we're back. That I'm back now. Because I could not do so much for so long. It just sucked. Both because my mental health was just in the last few weeks not great, and because of my exams. So I'm glad that I'm back in a state where I feel like I can do this. I feel like the break really had... Yeah, we should do something soon. I want to do more Magic. I really enjoyed the Magic games we had so far. But yeah, let's get started. To show off what I've been working on. It looks a bit weird on a sprite, but... I have been working on... Oh, the scale of this is different. Let me rescale it. Yeah, I've been working on making custom artworks for the cards I used in my Magic deck, like the one I showed off during the stream we did. I already did my 2 commanders, Tevesh Zard, aka Freud Commander Thief, and Easy Award-winning Familiar, aka Yaka Wisp Companion. I really like doing these. I really like theming them as well, like I have a vaguely Sonic Colors theme going on, which I guess I do in my entire branding as well. I mean, hi, have you ever looked at me? Or my avatar, I guess. But yeah, I've also been working on some tokens and counters for the deck. Like 2 Thrall tokens for Tevesh Zard. And poison counters. Since my deck is it's one of the best Sonic games for sure. I especially like the DS version, which is, in my opinion, the best version of Sonic Colors. I also have my own poison counter based on the metal virus in the Sonic comics, like IDW comics, which I like the IDW comics. I just think it's thematically really fitting. It's so evil. I guess I can show you all, but I've made a poison counter for Box. I've also made a poison counter For Axon. One for Z. And one for Fringe. So I have personalized poison counters for each of you. You know, rubbing the salt into the wounds, insult to injury. But yeah, these were really fun to make. I actually really enjoyed making these. Also, each of them has a collector's number, which... it is, yes. It's actually official, I'm pretty sure. This is from the Legacy collection. Oh no, it's from the We Are Rockman album. Also, hi Zen, how's it going? They actually uploaded it on Steam as well, so... But yeah, this is Flashman. But yeah, these are the poison counters I made for each of you, and my own poison counter. I guess my generic poison counter. But yeah, I was thinking about what I'm going to... which one's yours? This one. Ah, I see. I figured that would be fitting. But yeah, it was really fun to make these. The poison counters were very easy to make. They are surprisingly easy to make because it's basically just the same text for all of them. Just color them differently, like the frame differently, and then just make an artwork and put the text on top of it. I need to show how many layers this has. It has the text layer, obviously, then it has a layer for the frame. 3 layers in this case for the artwork. But a group of layers for the artwork. In this case it's 3 layers because I have the hologram. And then I have below that a base layer which just has the basic... Yo, Volt, how's it going? But yeah, this is basically how most of these cards are made. That's how I made the tokens. That's how I made the commanders. Which basically also means I already have a full art more or less ready for these, if I wanted to. Which I might do later. This one I like the most. Partially because, like most Planeswalkers in Magic, hope you had a good lunch. What did you have? But yeah, what I like about the Planeswalkers is how they are using layering for perspective, because they are layers on top of the text, which just adds a little bit of depth. Yeah, or just make a copy of this and remove the frame. It's really easy. The most interesting part about this... that sucks. Hope workers buy quick. At least. But yeah, I'll see you around, I guess. Also, we should plan some Magic at some point soon. Ooh, nice. That sounds very good. So, what do we want to start, chat? We have 2 options, I think. We can either start with basic lands. I have an idea for every single type of basic land, themed after Sonic Colors again. And I have like 4 ideas for each of them. So we could just do basic lands today if we wanted. Or we could do different cards in the deck I made, like in a Tivesh Zard deck I have. That would be cool. I'd be down. But yeah, I'd either do basic lands or some spells of some description. Yeah, I want more Hexen streams, and hopefully soon. But yeah, I've picked a few cards I want, like a few spells I would like to do. Which would be Mana Drain, Dark Ritual, Thrumming Bird, Voidwing Hybrid. Just a few, you know, cards that are very core to the identity of the deck, I guess. Or cards that I would use a lot, so I can put them in other decks, because, you know, why make the cards only for one deck? But yeah, I guess I could make a poll for that, I don't know. It might be a bit early to make a poll, to be honest. That sounds also very good. Oh, also Z, I haven't said it yet. I have said it in chat, but thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. Let's do a poll. If we don't get a lot of responses, I can still decide myself. What do we start? Basic lands. Creatures. Instant sorceries. I guess artifacts. But I shouldn't do too many options. I'll give this like 2 minutes. Yeah, that's a very good idea then. Power's up, so if you want to choose, make your choice, I guess. I'll keep out of this one. I don't want to sway the decision in any direction. If I can avoid it. Because I'm done with whatever, really. But it seems like we're going to do basic lands from how the statistics look, like how the votes look so far. Which I'm, again, okay with. But I beat the game, I 100% the game even, I couldn't even do anything new anymore. Which, it was fun, I do really enjoy like Sonic X Shadow Gens. I definitely want to get back to it if they do more DLC or stuff. Because that would be neat. But I also don't know if they do, they have been kinda quiet about the game. But it looks like we're doing basic lands. I'm probably going to start with the basic lands I have in the deck, so islands and swamps. So... yeah, I can see that. Although it seems like they have a different team handling crosswords, which has some experience with racing games, so hopefully it's going to be good. I'm a bit skeptical because the animations so far don't look too great, but they also don't look terrible, so like... I'm open to see what they do. Island... colors... I have 4 variants for each land in mind. I'm going to copy Yaka as a baseline so I can just delete most of this. It's going to be a different frame, so I'm probably going to have to delete some of this, but I'm going to keep it for now. The text I can... oops. The text I can delete. The icons, since none of them matter. So let's hide all of these, because we don't need any of these right now, any of these layers, including this layer. We want a reference layer. I usually put a reference of like a card of the type I want to do, like a legendary creature in the case of Ezio, although in that case specifically Ezio. And in this case I'm going to look how a land looks like. I've downloaded some references, so I should be able to just pick one up. I'm going to... this is way too big because, well, the islands are, like, the resolution of the actual cards is way bigger than... if only my mouse wasn't acting up. But this is roughly the size I used for, like, this is the size I used for the other cards. Oh, well, technically it isn't the size I used for the other cards, but we'll get to that. I've done something very interesting with the text, the way I handle text. Basically, text is in smaller pixels, or well, yes, smaller pixels than the rest of the card. So the text fits into the card, you know. If I was doing it in this pixel size, it would be difficult to read text, especially in cards with so much text like Tevesh's art, where you need a lot more text than that. Luckily, luckily for us, lands basically don't have text. They have this frame. How tall is this? Let's go with 10. And specifically I'm going with 10 because that means I get to be lazy. I get to just steal this. I'm going to delete a lot of this. How tall is the frame? This tall? Okay. That looks correct. Um, I'll add a lot of the stuff back later once I cleared out the stuff that I don't need. Because there's a lot of stuff that I won't need. This I don't need, that I don't need. I'm also going to recolor the islands, because I do actually want the lands to be in the color of, you know, the land they are. So I'm going to pick those colors in a little bit. But yeah, I like to keep the frames simple. I don't give them too much shading, just a little bit to, you know. There are a lot of colors here. Most of these I do not need. I believe I don't even need these colors, but I'll take care of that later. Shouldn't the tokens have icons? Oh no, the tokens don't have icons, never mind. That's gonna be irrelevant later. Eh. But yeah, it seems like the frames are really thin, so like... barely anything. Probably can copy the type line from the token as well. Though I need to recolor it later. To be in the right color. Because again, I would like them to be in the color of the land. That's correct. Well then, let's figure out what the color actually is. 17, 95... 85... 85 as well, 195. And then 75, 100. That's not a 0. Don't worry about it. I am not yet speaking in curse symbols, it's just German. That's fine, that's fine. I don't actually think I'll use this color here, but it's good to have for other blue cards, if I want to make more blue cards. And I should do the same down here. How did I do these? 20... What are you? 70. So I guess just whatever this is, 40 saturation. 20 saturation. Did I change the color of this? Like the hue? I added 10 on top of that. So I guess I need to add 10 on top of these, so... Now I need to subtract 10. Because we are at the other end of the color spectrum. Colors are weird. So now we have colors. Yay! So these are... It feels weird having these in like normal Magic card colors. Not gonna lie. How does the frame on Easier look like? I should probably reference that. Interesting. But maybe a bit different because it's a legendary. So... and this is basically just a thin line. Welcome back! Congrats on acquiring food. I don't know where I wanted to go with this. Disregard me, I guess. Or don't, because... that's not how streaming works. I don't know. I should probably just be consistent with where the outlines are. Are you closer to the color, or are you closer? You are closer, okay. Good to know. Kong... Lissai. Why do I keep up with you? Probably because you're my friend. One of the best worst decisions ever made. I'm going to throw this fucking mouse at the wall. I don't know what it is with my PC, but every mouse I had in the last year for some reason had this weird bug where it sometimes registers a double click where I only click once, or registers clicks that I didn't do. Like that. I didn't double click. Why are you doing this? I swear to fucking... Z, I'm having a mental breakdown. Tell me later. No, I am actually curious to hear what you changed. But, 40. 30, 40, 65, 50, 50, 25. Some of this shouldn't be in the frame, but this is fine. Actually, should this be in the frame? How does the frame look for the Yakka? Actually, I know how the frame looks because I can see it in front of me. Well done. I should probably add some texture to this, but I don't really... Because, like, the frames of lands have, like, these weird sort of rock texture, like a rocky sort of texture to them. Interesting. Yeah, I can see how that would be impactful. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's clever. I'm so glad when I'm done with this frame, because I can then just copy it for the other basic lands. But yeah, I'm basically just adding a rock texture to this so it, you know, resembles that sort of rocky texture the basic lands have. I should probably check into what the texture the other card types have. Like the other colors have. Yeah. I liked it. That's a very interesting way of using that system. I want to add here, by the way, this texture is not complex. Like, there's no thought behind this. This is just noise. Because sometimes noise is all you need. sell like a certain concept. Okay. Looks pretty decent. I might add some more lighter spots, but I don't know if I need. I'll try it, but I'm not gonna be particularly upset if it doesn't look too good. Nah, I think that this adds just a small touch of it's not. It adds some more depth. I think that's the important part. I word good. Chat, are you proud of me for how well I word? Probably best not to. I think sometimes the best answer is just no answer. But I like this. This looks good. Now I copy this frame onto the base layer. And delete all of this. And fill in. Oh, interesting, because the frame is a different color. This color isn't used. Because normally I would use the brightest color of the frame, like of the quote-unquote framing color to frame the outline, but because the outside is just, you know, the land. I like this. This looks good. Now I'm thinking if I should use... We'll get to... So... We have the mana symbol here. And now the question is, how do we do this? Because we could just, you know, take the outline of the... and fill it in. We can do that. And that's an option I am considering, but I could also... I have used mana symbols for the other cards I made, obviously. I mean, if you look, not on this version of the card, but for example, Tivesh Zard or Freud Commander Thief has the the black mana symbol. And I have all of these. Well, I don't have all of them yet, but I have blue and black. I can also make the other ones pretty quickly. But yeah, I could just scale this one up, which would make it deliberately look more pixelated than even the frame. Which could be stylistically very interesting. And I'm thinking if I should do that. Yeah, probably a good idea. Just see if we like it. Z, you're so smart. So let's put it like here, scale it up. Let me hide that behind the... I mean, true. But as you should know, I'm horrible at listening to my own advice. How do I turn the grid off again? View grid. No, view. I've never done this. But I would say I like it. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, I agree. Looking at it now, it looks very good. Text. Next thing, this is an island. So I should probably add the text that it is an island, in fact. Let me open JPEG on my second screen. View show. Oh, I'm dumb. Thank you. So, how big have I made these? 6 pixels? Let me... Yeah, these are 6 tall. So, Now, island is like the text for island is a bit longer than... Specifically because it's, words. Because it's capitalized. And now I'm just stealing letters from myself. That's an S, so that's how the S is looking. I should steal from the correct layer. That would help. I'm also using the wrong color. I can also steal letters from the card text of Tevesh this out. Or I could if they weren't scaled up already. Gee. but I can at least remember how they look. I believe that's how they look in... yeah. This one I still remember how it looks, because I can't believe that it's actually legible as a letter. It doesn't look like it should be. I can give it a bit more spacing. This is not a long card name. Would you look at that? It is in fact an island. And that's pretty much it for text. There will be more text later, but I'll explain how I do that later. Because the way I do text for these is weird. I also think it's really useful the way I do text. How much distance should there be from... Is it 1 pixel? So 3 pixels from the border. Let me check how Yaka... Which this... Yeah, it's 3 pixels. Which I can work with. It's an island. Not particularly creative or anything. It has a blue mana symbol, which also I can change the color of the blue in Yaka. Which color was this before? Oh, that color was just not saved. Nobody saved that color. Great. Good. Great. Awesome. Outstanding. Amazing. It's actually good to have these colors picked out now, though. Because back then, like when I first made these, I didn't pick out the colors for the different colors. Duh. But now I have them picked out, so... ads are going to start in 3 minutes, so I'm going to take a quick break. And I'll be right back. We're going to get to the artwork of this right after the ad break, so... That's gonna be fun. Alrighty, let's get it going. Wrong scene. There we go. Okay, so we have this frame now, which looks good. I really like how it looks. So my idea for the lands, for the basic lands I want to do is take the different areas from Sonic Colors, like the different planets, and choose one for each color of mana. And I mean, the island one is gonna be obvious. Aquarium Park. Completely flooded. I don't think that's a big surprise. Now, I have 3.5 ideas, I guess, for each of the artworks, like for each of the colors. One artwork I want to do is a view of the tractor be like what's it called? Might actually be tractor beam. Which keeps the planet bound to Tropical Resort, and by extension, Eggman's Interstellar Amusement Park. Yeah, the tractor beam generator, which I want to have as one of the pictures. Another thing is I want to have the map from Sonic Colors DS. Like straight up just the map from Sonic Colors DS of the area as one of the artworks. Because I think that would just look nice. And it would be like a different vibe to the other artworks. And then the fourth one is a full art. Like, I don't know what exactly I'm going to show on the full art, but some sort of full artwork of the land. But obviously that's not going to be this one. So there's one more thing I want, like one more land I should think about. And there are a lot of, you know, good views in Aquarium Park. Looking at the wiki page right now. Let me save that as a reference. There's a screenshot on the wiki I really like. Let me paste it into a new. I should make this 1000 by 1000. That should be enough. Oh. Never mind, I know what the issue is. Now? There we go. This is the screenshot I saw on the wiki that I really like. That I think would make for either a good full art or a good basic artwork. I just like to look. Yeah, it's that stage. And I'm not going to do this one for one, but I definitely like the general, you know, I should I should stream Colors at some point. It is one of my favorite games. But yeah, I think this screenshot in particular just has a nice composition. So I might go vaguely. Yeah, which is why I might simplify it. But I like this sort of view of, especially with Sonic in the picture, which makes me think it might be a better full art than a basic art. Like small artwork, I guess. But I don't know. There are some other interesting screenshots that I could, or screenshots and also concept art of the stage that I could take into account. But currently I'm very much just going through it and there's also his concept art, which is a bit small, but you get the idea. Which might be very representative of the area as a whole. Though I might change the colors a bit to be more in line with how the stage actually looks. Yeah. It's just, this is not quite accurate to how it looks in the actual game, but obviously I like the composition of this concept artwork. Like, I think this is just a neat, small artwork, and then I could make a full artwork out of this. I think that's a good idea. So I might do it that way. So yeah, I think I'm going with this style for the artwork I'm currently doing. So let me move that over here. So I have it open as a reference. Let's start with a sketch, just simple. So we have the We have the entrance like here, which just moves all the way down. So something like this could already look pretty good. I actually think this, just looking at the artwork and trying to understand how it's built, might be a good practice in general. Even if I end up not liking it, I do think it's a good practice. I should move this down a little. Should I? Yeah, a little bit. And then it has like... Why do you... I don't know, but I kinda like it. And then we just have an entrance here. I also don't. That would be funny, but no. What I'm actually working, like what I'm actually trying to achieve is the look kind of Aquarium Park from Sonic Colors. Since that's kind of the idea I'm going with here. Making like artworks based on the different stages from Sonic Colors. With each like stage representing one planet, like each mana color getting one planet to represent it. That's what I want. Because I just think that is a neat idea. Considering I already lean so heavily into Sonic Colors for everything. So, yeah. This is gonna take a while until I figure out what kind of look I want to go for. Since I want to keep it somewhat similar, but I also want to change it, especially in terms of colors. Since the concept artwork I'm referencing, this one, not the big one, the small one in this frame. Since the concept artwork I reference uses a lot of, it breaks up the colors very differently than the final version of Aquarium Park. Yikes, my voice is breaking. I should drink something. Ah. Let's try this again. So yeah, I want to move more into that direction, so I'm probably going to switch a few more things around here. But I think that's a good basis to work off of. Not yet. Hydration, you say? Fine. Z, you know what this music reminds me of? That we should do ahead in time again. Yeah, I know. I only noticed it when I'm going through my VODs. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. I'll figure out how to do that later. Why are you... Oh, I see. No, this is fine. this time I'm going to, rather not this time, but unlike the reference image, like the image I have, I'm going for a slightly different style of tower. More in line with the tower, like these towers. Which, mind you, are still somewhat similar, but also slightly different. But I do think what really is going to make the difference is the color scheme. Because this has a very different color scheme than this, even though they overlap. The way they are executed in practice is very different. But yeah, it's going for the same vibe, but definitely different execution. And I think that's good. I want to have it stand, like, I don't just want to copy the artwork, obviously. I want to take my own ideas with it. That's actually why I'm going to probably change how this looks, partially because the walls in Aquarium Park ended up having more of a line pattern, where they have like lines similar to how the roofs look. We move all of this over by one, just so it looks visually a bit nicer. Relative. All relative. It's fine. But yeah, something more like this. Oh! Hi French, how's it going? This is gonna be interesting at least. I don't quite like this. I'm going to move it up by one, which hopefully makes it a bit better. And I need to move this one down a little bit more, since it's going deeper into the water. And this one should also probably go deeper. Just looking at the reference image. But I do like how this looks so far. Yeah. I have made a mistake. I've made a very terrible mistake. I've introduced perspective into this. The problem with introducing perspective into something like this is that you're now committed to the perspective. Yeah, I don't know, it's been a very sleepy day for me too. Though to be fair, I've been up for a little bit longer than you have. Oh, dang it. Fine, you win, you're getting another pixel. Oops. We just pretend like this didn't happen. Flip this over. As if nothing was ever broken. Uh, like nothing was ever broken. You saw nothing, Clip. You saw nothing, Clip. Don't chat that. Chat, I might... My brain might be fried. Thanks for the clip. I deserve that. Yeah, this is fine. We do have a clipbot. Arbot can make clips. Not the most fun kind of juggling, I imagine, but at least someone's having fun, I guess. It just... Fringe, normally Albert would have been on your channel, it's just... It happened to line up every time with Selic having to get up early. We need to set... Silic needs to finally clean up Albert at some point so you can have it locally on your end and it just runs. It's a later problem, but it is a problem that should be probably addressed at some point. Well, that's something, I guess. I have no idea how much 20 degrees Fahrenheit are. For all I know, Fahrenheit is the second name of a Castlevania character. That is not a joke, by the way. Let me do that with less symmetry. This is just a general assortment of rocks. Rocks and corals and other reef stuff. I'm gonna go into much more detail with that later. But for now, this is already not bad. I'll add more buildings, but... You can't see most of it, but that's fine. You know what, those probably go in a separate layer. I think it's getting time. Oh my god! Is that even allowed? That can't be legal. I also still have no idea what 32 degrees Fahrenheit actually is. I don't really do freedom units. Die, bot. You don't belong in this. Oh, thanks. Well, anyways. Oh, that's exactly 0 degrees Celsius. That's cold. That's what we definitively call cold. Okay, let's start with the background then. I have a rough idea how I am aware that's why it's chosen that way. um, let's take like this cyan-ish blue. It's the color I want to use for the background. 70. 75. 200. 85, 65, 195? Yeah, I think that's correct. 90, 55, 100. And then 30, 185, 185. That should be good for the background. Ta-da! No. There's more to this than that. There's like a hexagonal pattern. We all know hexagons are bestagons, but also I don't know how to do hexagons. This is going to be an adventure. Remove the sketch for now. So the way these look is kind of weird. It's like, no, not this layer. I guess kind of like this. It's kind of weird. Mainly because it's not nearly as saturated as that, but... So I might actually use slightly darker colors. 55, 85, 105. It is going to be amazing, but it's going to need to be darker. Can already tell that much. But I should just be able to... Should just be able to copy these and... I could change the connect mode for the wand tool, but by the time I change it, I'm already done. This might need many layers, which I'm okay with. But I am realizing that now. This might need a few more layers than I'm currently planning. And I mean, if anything... Oh, hydrate, I can do that. If anything gets many layers, it's going to be, you know, lands. Because while for cards like the commanders or creatures in general, the creature is going to be the focus. For a basic land, the land is the focus. So you need to put more effort and more detail into the landscape. Which I think I personally really like. Also, at least this background I'm going to be able to copy and paste a lot. Probably just finish a row and then copy and paste that. Something like this. Just so I have one row of... this tile. Yeah, I mean, I really like landscapes as well. It's just, it takes a lot of time. Because it's a completely different process than, you know, making a person or a being, I guess. Something alive. Not gonna lie, this looks kinda insane just seeing it tiled like this. I'm going to cut off the corners down here and up here, because obviously that's not how far the artwork extends. At the moment it looks not particularly good, but although it already looks neat. But the important part is still I do already really like this. Next I'm probably going to do the frame around the planet, because the planet has like a grid around it, which is in itself hexagonal. And if you look at the concept art I pasted in here, you see that in the And I really like how that looks. It reminds you that you're inside, you know, this giant aquarium. This is taking longer than I expected, and I'm fine with that. I didn't expect to get that much done today. I genuinely just wanted to get back to streaming in general, because I haven't done it in, you know, 5 ever. And I missed it. I genuinely... what was the trip? Oh! I don't think I dropped any frames, so... What? I'm sure it's fine. I don't want to get the colors from here. Wait. Something like this. I guess the easiest way to do this is just... Doesn't have to be particularly complex. Because you don't like the viewer doesn't actually need to understand how this works. How the physical structure actually works. But maybe the circle should be smaller, so you can actually properly see it. I did not want to move the symmetry axis, thank you. Yeah, I might have to make a new setup. But that's okay. Made a circle once, I can do it again. Should just about be able to. No, okay, I need this to be a bit bigger. And we don't actually care much for the lower half of the circle. We only want the top half, because the top half is like the actual frame compared to... Okay, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, something like this. It looks a bit clumsy, but that's okay. I might honestly just make this layer, like the layer behind, a bit darker. Which luckily I can cheat with that. Dark. It's darker. Success. I didn't want to delete the thing. Thank you. Sometimes you just gotta be lazy. That's good. But yeah, I think making this darker is better to just make it not pop out as much. Because I think if it pops out too much, it's going to distract the, you know, from the main artwork. How long until the next ads? Just so I know. 3 minutes. Okay, I should probably take a break. Which is convenient because I might need a break anyways. But I'm liking how this is turning out. It's taking a bit longer than I would want to, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'll be right back. Just taking a quick break, and then after that's over, we should be able to continue. Okay, I'm back. Blah blah blah. Where were we? Right, we are currently doing this. I should get more shades of this. Probably like one darker shade. 90, 355, and 20. And then a bunch of brighter shades. So 70, 50, and 65, 60, 10. I'm just adding some basic shading to this, not a lot, just some basic. Just to give it a little bit more shape, I guess. But otherwise this is pretty much, like the frame is pretty much already done. Doesn't need to be particularly detailed. It just needs to remind you that this exists. Sometimes you just need something to remind you that it exists. Chat, that is your cue to remind me that I'm not just hallucinating. All of you. Chat, please, this is all I have. I'm so silly. Who allowed me to have a stream? Okay, now for the colors. Might need a brighter version of this. That's not what I want to press. I mean, the music. It is fitting that this is Sonic Colors music. I do like the music of Sonic Colors actually quite a lot. And I'm biased because it's my first Sonic game, so obviously I like the music. But it's also just, you know, pretty dang good music. I'm gonna use this color mainly for the roofs, but also for these details, you know. That's... on these like gates. And I guess these pillars. But yeah, this is... I like how this is looking so far. Like, I do like this style a lot. I'll do. I'll probably finish it. I might not do the text on stream. Depends on how I'm feeling after I'm done here. But I'm definitely, once I'm finished with that, I'm probably also gonna post it in the VOD, so... Are these brown, or... And what would look visually better if they were? Not all of it, just this. And then I need to color pick this sort of... Weirdly, it's the same sort of color I used for the land, so I might as well. Whoop-a-doo, nobody's going to notice this. A weirdly interesting demonstration how much texture actually matters in this. It's like a white, grayish sort of. I'm just getting away with all sorts of colors that I should not use. Would it be very ironic to use? The same color as the background. I mean, not really, because it's the same background. I'll take care of these rocks later. I wonder how it would look if I add like another line here. I kinda like that. me see how that looks with the background. If I like... I kinda like how this looks. I might need to pick a different outline color. Although, actually now looking at it, I think the outline color is fine. Might actually turn these into pillars. Like that. Yeah, I think this looks good. This might take a bit longer than I have time for today, I don't know yet. I didn't expect it to take this long, but I also don't, you know, mind it. I'm enjoying this process quite a lot. Yeah, I like how this looks. I think this looks good. And I think this definitely adds to that. Yeah, I like that. So the path is like red, mostly. Well, the floor is blue, but most of the outlines are like red. If you compare it with the floor here, especially, and also with how it's portrayed here. I think that's the sort of vibe I want to go for. I think that sells the idea quite well. Just this red path with, like the path with red accents. And like a very dark blue, so I can probably just, to be honest, actually, no, not that. can probably do it like this, where I like add these outlines, or shading, I guess, the shading. To make it seem more darker and also more, you know, like it has some, how do I put that, depth to it, like some sort of texture, I guess. That it's not just one surface, one single color surface, but like a material. This is made out of a material. Although most of it you don't even see because, I mean, it's behind the frame. But I like giving it like a full art, like just giving it a full sketch. Even if I don't go all in with it in the details behind the frame. I just like having those details. And that just conveys like some... It just conveys some... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, chat. I'm just making up words at this point. It's okay. Luckily the green I need for that is like right here. Because there are a lot of green like blobs here, I guess. I don't know. I guess I can use that as a color for the brown for this. Well, that's convenient. Because it looks very brown. Let's do it like this. Vaguely differing, vaguely... Just to give it a little bit of texture of like a roof. Yeah, I like how this turned out. I like how this looks. Yeah. And then the connections between them are just black. Yeah, I like this look. I think I vibe with it a lot. No. Yeah. Um. Uh, um. Yeah, sure, like that. I don't care too much how I execute that in practice. It just has to sorta look right. And it does. So, yay, I guess. um, yeah, I like how this looks. I guess next are the walls, which are mostly just this sort of grey color. Um, how do I... What kind of outline color am I going to use here? I'll have to think about that. I'll add it to the to-do list. I mean, it probably doesn't have to be too in-depth, considering a lot of this is just wrong frame. A lot of this is off-screen, so... Probably don't have to worry about it too much. Can probably just get away with not giving it a complex outline color. I do like how this is looking. Yeah, I think this looks good. I might give it a red outline. Yeah, I think this looks good. I might move this up. I might move all of that up. Yeah, that might have been better. Yeah. Just means I need to move this one up as well. But that's not a big deal. Immediately realizes it's a big deal. It's fine. It's only one pixel. Okay. I could add more detail to the sea here, but again, a lot of it was probably not going to be seen anyways. See. Get it, Chad. A lot of it isn't seen anyways. Why am I like this? Chad, where did I go wrong? Which choices have led me here? What deity have I offended? That this is my life. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I mean, I like how this looks. There is still stuff I want to add in the background. And in the foreground as well. But so far I'm already really liking how this is turning out. How late is it? I have 24 minutes? Yeah, I can do a little bit more. Could probably do a little bit more if I wanted to, but... else... I'm thinking I need to... Okay, there are 2 rocks on the front that I would like to add. Like in the concept artwork I referenced, there are 2 rocks in the front with like a bunch of sea life, as in like vegetation and stuff. And I would like to add those. I would also like to add... Huh. There are... In the artwork I'm referencing, there are buildings in the background as well. So I might want to add those. Just to have a few things in the background. Let me try that. So, like, a big gate here. Not gate, I guess tower. Doesn't have to be particularly in depth either. Since again, you don't really see most of it. I just don't like leaving layers just untouched. And then I'll add like, I guess, that. Some basic. I don't know how low that needs to go, not particularly. It just needs to be enough to, you know, sell the idea. No, that's too dark. Then just gray color, I guess. Which color did I use for the building? Like, it's not much, it's just a little detail, but it adds a lot. Just by conveying the concept that there's more behind. And then I guess I can do one more building here. On this side. It is like a small tower or something. I don't really care. Like, that's the thing, none of these buildings need to survive beyond first look. They are just there to convey that there are more buildings. Any other visual effect they generate is secondary. So I don't have to go crazy on detailing, but I'm going to anyways. Because doing the reasonable thing is not what I do. And I guess that gets the same color as the... But yeah, it really doesn't need to convey much, just the basic idea of what it is. And in this case, the basic idea is a building. Where's the middle of that? But yeah, it's also why I turned off symmetry, because these buildings should convey that this is not just an, you know, ordinary structure, but like a lot of structures put together. But I do like how this looks. I really like how this looks. Like, it looks exactly how I want it to, and that's always a plus point in my book. But yeah, there's not much more to say here, really. I don't know, it's just a building. Where's the center of this? Here, so... This should be the right distance, that should be the right distance, and... yeah, we shorten it a bit. That's the wrong color. Oops. Okay. Then I guess... I like that. I add like pillars here. They shouldn't go deeper than that. That. Jesus, I can't talk today. I can't talk any day, but today it's particularly bad. Where is the leak? There! And like that's pretty much it already. In terms of buildings. It doesn't need to be particularly detailed. Because it already conveys what I want so well. The only thing I'm maybe considering is moving everything down a notch. Which might be visually better. Yeah, I think this helped a lot. Just clean up the look a bit. You'd be surprised how much it helps to sometimes just move something. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I don't even know if I still want to add the rocks or not. I might. Because they do kinda add a lot to the sort of look, but I am also getting tired. It's been a long day. I'm just thinking, sorry. I should probably add... I should probably add a little bit more shading to the frame. The more I look at it, I should add just a touch. In the form of like highlights. Just so it looks a bit more... you know, completed. Down here as well. And I forgot to add symmetry back on, but I can fix it in a sec. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it, chat. It's fine. Don't clip this. Turning into Hexen. I don't think it's actually a clippable moment, but I appreciate the clip nonetheless. I just fell into hexing patterns. Okay. I like how this looks. I'm probably... still think I want to add those rocks. But... there was something else I wanted to add. Brain. Quake. Oh, I know what I wanted to add. It's not it, but this is related to it. And it does look good. That's what I basically wanted to confirm here. Does this actually look good if I do this? And it does. Which I guess means I have to do this now for the entire thing. But I do like this idea of just having the thing be visible below the water. I think it really adds some depth to it. That word that I really hate to say, depth. There's just a T there that just doesn't belong. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work. Why, thank you. Just handing that color to me. That's exactly what I needed. 50, actually more than 50, 40, 45. I don't think I need more than that. But these are like here. And I think it looks visually good to have these. It's just a little bit of an accent, I guess. Having an accent is always good. Yeah, I think this looks good. Now, do I want to add rocks? I might, but I'm not going to detail them too much. Not gonna detail them as much as I initially planned anyways. Just add some rock and that's it. Because to be fair, you're not going to see most of this anyway, so no point in spending too much time on... I should move it up at least so far that you can actually see it. So let's try this again, shall we? But if those are looking good, then I think I can call it. One lower, maybe. Actually, it might just... Yeah. That might just be what I do. Yeah, there's not enough detail to really gain much out of doing anything more intensive here. I think I'm just doing it like this, and that's pretty much it for this rock. Because everything else is going to be just, you know, completely hidden. Might as at most, what I would like to do is, which is already more effort than it's actually worth putting into, but oh well, it's fine. I like how it looks, so it's worth it. Plus I like having details even in areas you can't see in case I want to use the style or look for something later. And maybe I'm just a perfectionist and put way too much effort into these sort of things, but I don't care. At the end of the day, as long as it looks good, that's all that matters, right? I don't know if I just want to copy paste this on the other side, but I also don't know if I want to spend the effort to make it. That does look good. A shame you can't see any of it. Ads are running. I guess I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's get this finished. I'm probably not going to do another artwork today, but I am happy with this. Even if it tells me this is going to be a lot more work than I initially anticipated, which is fine. I didn't really set any specific goals for myself to do an amount of, you know, them in a certain time frame. So, yo, Lich, how's it going? We're currently doing some art. Some magic art, actually. Even if it doesn't particularly look like magic. What I'm currently working on is basically some basic lands, based on the different planets in Sun Colors, since that's kind of my Aquarium Park, yes, from Sun Colors. Since I kind of also busy Friday is very relatable. I had an exam today, and I'm happy that I'm done now. But like, dear God, but yeah, it's Aquarium Park because I really like Sonic Colors. It's like my whole brand. And I've been playing Magic a lot with the Leap Gang. So I decided it would be fun to make some custom artwork for different Magic cards. For example, I've made a custom artwork for my Commander Tavesh's art, which I also reskinned to be, you know, moi. And I've also made my partner, like the partner for my commander, Yaka. The actual commander is easier, the Wardwing familiar. And yeah, I've been practicing a little bit, doing different cards for a while now. And I'm really enjoying this. It's fun, even if it's a bit difficult. It takes a lot of time and practice, but I'm getting better, at least in the practice department, so... Yay. But yeah, I'm almost done with this one, and I'm probably not going to do much more today, simply because this took way longer than I expected. But I really like how it looks. Let me show you in a sec, once I finish shading these. Oh, shading is probably not the right word. That's how the card currently looks. I'm adding the typeline later down the line in the process, because the way I'm doing it is different types of text or different text in the card gets put on a different size. So, for example, for Tevesh's art, the text, like the text of the name, the title is in 1x1 pixel compared to the artwork, but the name is in like the legal name, I guess, the Tevesh's art, Doom of Fools, is in half a pixel size compared to the pixels in artwork. Similarly, the pixels in the card text are in 1/3 of a pixel compared to the artwork. And the typeline specifically is in 2/3 of a pixel. Which... I don't know, I just find it fascinating that this is how I ended up solving that. I really like how this... In general, I just like how these cards are turning out. And yeah, I think I'm done with the artwork. Unless anyone has any additions, I guess. But I think that's it. Oh, I forgot shading here. I just saw it. Ah. I mean, that isn't too bad. It's not the most egregious case of me forgetting shading, so I guess I take it. And that's it. I could, but I kinda like the way it looks. It has a very pixely look to it, and especially it looks not as good in a sprite, but if you actually look at it in tabletop sim, it looks really good. Or on any sort of page like this god. It's really only the grid that makes it look a bit weird. I can actually turn the grid off. Without the grid it looks a lot better. Plus I just like the trick of using different pixel sizes, because it gives me a lot more flexibility. Yeah, the grid is probably what makes it look so weird. Because without the grid it looks fine. I mean, still a bit, you know, difficult to read, but good enough that you can make out what it says. but I like having my grid because, you know. But yeah, that's the island, I guess. I'm not completely done with the island. There's still some things I need to do. But for that, we are going to close all of this, because we don't need it anymore. I don't need this. What we're doing now is making a copy of this. The reason being that I want to keep the 1x1 size backed up. But I do need this. Sprite size 200. Now we're going to add a lot of... Yeah, the W is a bit difficult, but I don't think it's that dramatic either. Let me steal the front token as well. What we're going to add now is icons like these. Those are the set. Those are the set symbols in normal Magic packs. This is how a card tells you from which pack it is in regular Magic. But obviously, because I made these custom, they aren't from any pack. So instead, I added a custom icon. I even have it in different rarities. Like, for the different rarities. Like, Yaka uses the uncommon color, which is this silver. Fried Commander Thief uses the orange that's used for mythic rares. And the token, and by extension also the land, use the black icon for, well, common. Or in the case of the Fried token rarity, and in the case of the island basic land rarity, I don't actually have a common card. I just like having this little icon. There's also each of my cards actually has the legal text that normal cards have, just slightly edited to add the fan-made proxy not for sale. But they have each a collector's number, which I might resort them at some point to have the collector's number in the order in which collector's numbers usually are in Magic the Gathering, but I'm not particularly... I'm not so sure about that yet. I guess I'll see about that. What? What is that? Which layer is that? Ah, I messed up. Fine. I can fix that. But I don't know, this was really fun. Like, I need to stress this. This is really fun to work with. And figuring everything out and stuff. And just coming up with ideas and how to solve certain things has been such a fun process with this. Anything else I need? The land doesn't have mana symbols because it already is, well, it's a land, right? Lands don't have mana symbols. I need to add the legal text. Wrong layer. Wrong layer on both ends. Why? Which layer are you on? That's wrong. Oops. I'm not gonna bother with that now, I need to update the card later anyways. So I guess I'm just copying for now. This is not the right number. I guess it's 3 until I decide to renumber them, I guess. And its rarity is L? I think it's L. Because it's a land. I actually have thought about it. Sweet Mountain will be mountain, which makes sense. Planet Wisp will be forest, because it's the only area that still has forests. Asteroid Coaster will be swamp, because it just fits the vibe. Which leaves me with plains, and specifically I can either choose between Tropical Resort or Starlight Carnival, I think that's the name. The thing is, I'm not sure if I want to use... Tropical Resort would fit better, but I feel kind of weird having all the other planets and then not having Starlight Carnival, which is a lot easier to justify with Tropical Resort because it's not one of the planets connected with the chains, or rather all the chains connect to Tropical Resort. So I think I'm going with Starlight Carnival for planes, even though that it doesn't fit the vibe super well. It still fits well enough. That's pretty much everything I need to add on this step. So now to the next step. We copy this again. For the last time. And this is where it gets interesting. We change the sprite size to another 300, so we are now at 600% from the original artwork, which is a lot. And then we realize we saved this in the wrong folder, so we do it again. Oopsie. Anyways. And then we figure out how much distance do I need here? That's 12. But I would probably take the same distance I have here, so 3 pixels. Or 12 pixels, I guess. So I guess this is correct. Ha! Huh, I didn't expect that. Anyways. We start from... Where is it for easier? That's pretty high up. But okay, I'm not gonna question it. So 6 more. So that means 18. And on the text layer we then add... Don't worry, it won't stay that small for long. Is that how I use B? Is that how I spell B? I guess? I think you're the wrong side. Oh god, you are. That's a later problem. That's how I spell B. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. And again, theoretically Tropical Resort, but I feel kind of weird leaving Starlight Carnival out. So it feels more correct to make Starlight Carnival planes than make... Oh, the original card it's based on is... because it's based on Easier Waterwing Companion, which I guess I can show you the reference, but it doesn't look particularly well here. Which is an owl. It's just a skinned version of this, which is something Wizards of the Coast actually does too. I guess I can allow the exception for the D-Wolf, whatever. But yeah. I mean, yes, but it's more planes like in the way Ravnica planes are. As in, Ravnica's planes are usually like... like residential areas. If that makes sense. How is the C spelled on? Let me just look it up instead of guessing. Guesstimating. Basic. Basic land. Is that how I spell the L? I try to keep it somewhat consistent, so I should have written down a lot of this to have a font now, but that would require me to be smart, and unfortunately I am not. Can I move this without it being completely... Okay. Yeah, I definitely... Yeah, I mean, again, I can make an argument for both Tropical Resort and... if I really wanted to. Neither of them is, you know, the traditional concept of a... plane, but both of them could make a solid argument to be one, if you wanted to make that argument. Also, I am aware how tiny this is right now. I'll take care of that in a sec. 20, so 5 pixels and 2 pixels distance. How high is it? 3. Basic land. Well. And then I can just copy the name of the thing because it's still a basic island. It's kind of how that works, right? Oops. Yeah, and then I just scale this up by 2. I believe. Is it 2 or 3? 4? 4. 4. No, that makes sense. It's 4. So 400% and 400%. Behold, basic land island. It looks horrible because of the grid. Let me turn it off. Eh? It is a basic land. Island, even. I think that's everything I need. Let me check my reference very quick. I have legal text, I have type line, I have set symbol, I have name. Yeah, I think that's everything. But yeah, Plains is the one I'm the least sure about, but it's... I can make both work, and then I rather go with Starlight Carnival, so I can do something special with Tropical Resort, I guess. But yeah, thanks for the GGs, I guess. We are done here. Dan should be live in a little bit. I know he said he'd be going live soon. Is Dan live already? Otherwise I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to chill a little. Because I would like to raid Dan now that I'm back. I'm back! Yeah, he said he'd be live in like 7 minutes. Which, I mean, I guess I can use the time to clean up some stuff I want to clean up. Because I realized there's some stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, Lich. Make it something like, make the different guild gates based on Tropical Resort, or make some special land based on it. There are a lot of lands you can, you know, use with that. I just know it's not going to be Command Tower because I have a better idea for Command Tower. Though it's, I guess technically, in the idea it's going to be a reference. But yeah, this is... It is a land. I'm going to export that and actually save it in my... Save it in Discord. Let me... Speaking of... Let me drop that in the art channel. I haven't so far posted any of these in the art channel, ironically enough, but... I do really like how this turned out. Maybe I'm a bit too happy about this, but... I think I earned it. So... I guess now that I have the colors for... blue, I want to clean up some stuff. Mainly what I want to clean up is Yacker. A, the partner keyword is wrong. These are wrong. Are they also on the Icon Slayer here? No, they are not. So I'm not completely incompetent. I guess... Let me open all of these. Now that I have a color for blue, I can... that is a land that exists. I need to look up how it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's a land that exists. Which is also not a bad choice. I might also just check with which lands I use commonly. It might be something like one of the lands that allows you to search for... True! It might also be one of the lands that allows you to search for... I'm drawing a blank. That allows you to search for one of the... Yo, Alena, how's it going? That allows you to search for one of the basic lands. This is on the wrong layer. You should be on text. We're just wrapping up. God damn it, Lich. But how are you doing? Thanks for Gigantified Emo. Always nice to see. But yeah, I'm about to wrap up. Just cleaning up some stuff. And being happy with what we got done today. I really like this. I've really enjoyed making this card. Appreciate it. Are you already the right color? You might already be... Oh, you're already the right color. Nice. But yeah, then... That's pretty much it. I'm just stalling until Dan goes live, to be honest. Kinda wanna raid Dan. And I know he goes live in like 2 minutes. But also, I mean, I guess while we're here, I might as well, for those of you who haven't seen my collection yet, I might as well show all of them off. Oops. Because I've made a few now. Since playing Magic with the Leaf Gang, I was like, just wanting to experiment with making some card art. Based on me and my interests, I guess. And I really like how all of these turned out, to be honest. Like, there are none that I'd be like, that I would change too much. Just some minor details, like, again, the card, like the card name or some icons. But nothing I would change on the artwork. I especially like how the perspective turned out on this one, for example. Like, I struggle with perspective a lot, so I like that I have this pose worked out that it like properly sells the perspective, and part of that is the card frame helping me by me deliberately breaking the card frame. But I'm just in general, I like it's such a fun process, I guess, for me, because on the one hand, figuring out the card frame for every card type is fun, but also making an artwork with the restriction is surprisingly fun. It makes me think about the restrictions, I guess. It makes me think about how to work with them. And that's always good for creativity, right? Figuring out how to work with different limitations. Thrall. It's the token that Tevesh's art creates. They are like a magic thing, they are like undeads, kinda, sort of, not really. It's complicated. But it is Thrall with you. Don't let Box know that I made this. Don't let him know until I play against him. What kind of tea? I should make myself tea again. I haven't had some tea in a while. It's the new box of shame. The Phyrexian box of shame. Why are you... Well, that was weird. Anyways. I also made a custom poison counter for Hexen. Because of course I did. I should make some treasure tokens that are box. I also made a poison counter for Z. I guess for everyone who I play with semi-regular, like play Magic with semi-regularly. So French also got one. That sounds really nice, actually. Fun fact, Lich, fun fact, that glitch effect is the very same glitch effect that's also on Fringe's PNG tuber. I would know, I made it. That's why I decided it would be a good thing to add, because it obviously fits with the entire, you know, theme. But yeah, I just really enjoy making these. Like, this is fun. And it's... I'm not gonna lie, it would be so funny. But I think he should already be, yeah. Let me just open Twitch. Would you look at that, Tanuki Dan. Let's rate that nerd. Raid message. Oh heck! Thank you for the gift sub to Fringe. Really appreciate it. Right before we raid too. Don't start a hype train now, chat. I swear. You did that to, I think, Fringe the other day? Or Z, one of the two. I'm not having any of that. Let's write down. Raid message. God damn it, Vold. Yo, Exile, how's it going? We are just about to leave, or that was the plan until... Reverse psychology worked, apparently. So I guess we're going to... unraid? Are we going to unraid? I don't know. I don't know what the protocol for this is. I guess... Well... I guess our raid message is... Reverse psychology worked. With whatever raid emote you like.